There is a reason why 85% of the population will end up dead broke. Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? This is your Coach Renz. And first I want to thank you for being here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And as always, I appreciate each one of my subscribers as well as everyone who's a member of my Patreon. So go to Patreon.com/Coach Renz and you can become a patron. Now this video is a financial video about your credit and wealth building. Yes, I will go ahead and be honest with you from the very beginning that this video is an advertisement for my credit restoration program called Financial Alchemy and Wealth Building. But what I want you guys to understand is that I will drop some bombs in this video for you guys to gain an understanding that you need to have in order to prepare yourself and move out of the 85% and get into the top 15% of wealth builders in America, in the world, because you need to be there. You have to be there. And this program is designed not only to restore your credit, but to teach you a system, my system, how to build your wealth and maintain it and pass it along for future generations. Now, this is not something that I just picked up. This is things that I've learned over the course of time, books that I've studied, people that I've studied, financial systems that I studied, and then implement it. So I want you guys to be able to do this, to implement this system, and the way that you do it is to join my Financial Alchemy program at CoachRenz.com/the-store. So go there. I'll link it down in the description, but it's also here. Now let's get started. Now, one of the things I want you guys to understand, let me paint this picture for you. The picture that I want you to see is that America is headed for another financial crash. And that financial crash in America is going to occur all over the world. What we are headed for, guys, is another shorting of the dollar. Within the next 10 years, all those baby boomers, all those from the generation right after the baby boomers will begin to retire. Most of them, some of them are already retiring, but many of them will retire. The American government owes them $112 trillion. Now, the American government only makes about $4 million a year. So where is that money going to come from? Is it going to come from you and your taxations? Yes, it will. Is it going to come from American also printing more money, which, as we saw in Zimbabwe, it crashed their economy? That same thing is going to happen here in America, but you have an opportunity to be prepared for it. Before we go there, I want to quote to you guys an idea that I heard in a show called Billions. In this show, the first episode, the gentleman said, everybody has access to the same information. We just analyze it better. Everybody has access to the same information that I'm about to tell you, but Coach Renz just analyze it better. Take that information, formulate it into systems that have already been proven, and then enact it for your benefit. So let me go ahead and give you guys the picture of what's about to occur. You see, the American Social Security system was designed as a way to help people retire, not for people to retire. But that system is about to crash. That system, for people who are my age and below, will probably not be there for you. Let me explain to you how this financial system works. As I said, $112 trillion will be owed to these people, but you have to understand how bad of an investment the Social Security system is. Now, for most of you, what you may not understand is that Social Security takes out 15% of your income. And when you combine that with the fact that your employer is also giving an equal amount to Social Security of your income, you have to look at it from this standpoint. Let me give you guys a graph. Let's say the average person, the average one of you is making $30,000 average throughout your lifetime. I know you may make more and you will make more, but let's just use this as an average. We know the average income in America is $54,000, but we know the average person is not making that amount of money. So let's just take that $30,000 as an average. And if you were to utilize that over your working life, the next 40 years, and you will have put in $180,000 into Social Security, you and your employer. That's around $375 a month that's going into your Social Security over this lifetime of work, your lifetime of work, 40 years of your labor going into Social Security. And let's just say that $375 a month compounded monthly at 1%, then that would mean over the 40-year period, you would have an investment that has compounded, as Einstein said, compounding interest is the eighth wonder of the world. It would have come up to $1.3 million. Now, say you had that $1.3 million, and then over the next 33 years, you retire at 65, and over the next 33 years up until you're 98, that money would last you if you only took 3% per annual out of your $1.3 million, which means that you would receive a monthly income of $3,277. That may seem pretty good to you. That may sound pretty good to you. And many people who are getting Social Security would appreciate it if that's what they was getting. You see, people who started in the Social Security system, those baby boomers, that $112 trillion that's owed, if those people were getting $3,200 today, then they wouldn't be living on cat food. They wouldn't be looking for additional support structures. They would be able to live. But what are they really getting? What they're really getting is just over $1,200 a month. Just over $1,200 a month. That's the reality. Go back and fact check this. That's the reality. The average Social Security benefit is $1,230 a month off of a lifetime from the 1940s to today of living, making average $30,000 a year over that lifetime, which shouldn't have them netting $3,200 a month. They're getting $1,230. Even the name has changed. The name is being changed to the Federal Benefit Program. The Federal Benefit Program? This was your Social Security investment, not a benefit program as if the government's doing you a favor. But what they've done is they've loaned out the money. They've borrowed the money without your consent. And so now you're going to be left trying to figure it out. We saw what happened in 2008 with the shorting of the dollar and the shorting of the housing industry, of how that caused people to lose their 401ks. One young lady at Enron went from having 4 million to 4,000. If we don't begin to plan for ourselves, if we don't begin to understand our financial intelligence and being able to invest our money properly, to be able to get our credit score righted, then the ship will sink. And when you jump from the ship, there won't be any lifeboats there for you. I want to provide you that lifeboat. I want you to see that lifeboat. Now here's the thing. Earl Nightingale, back in the 1940s and 50s, read a Harvard study that showed that 55% of Americans would die broke. 55% at that time, mainly because they never thought about their income. They never thought about building their wealth. I need you to start thinking about building your wealth for yourself and the next generation. For yourself and the next generation. And there is only one way to do that in today's world and today's economy. And the first thing that you have to do is understand how credit works and restore your credit. Your credit score is worth more than cash right now. If you wanted to buy a house, but you have been utilizing cash over and over and over and over again, and now you want to buy a house and you have no credit score, you will not be able to buy that house. If you do not have a credit score of at least 640 and above, you cannot buy a house. Even if you did have that 640, you need 3% or 3.5% down. These are the financial educations that you need to have in order to move forward and being able to build wealth. We have to understand assets and liabilities. We have to be able to design our net worth so that we are in a position to be able to take advantage of opportunities as they arise. And that is what the wealth building portion of the program is designed to do, is to help you see the opportunities and take advantage of the opportunity. But first we must get prepared, which is why we fix your credit. We get an understanding of how your credit is functioning. Many of you don't understand that your credit usage, your debt to income ratio, how long things have set on your credit, what to take off your credit, how many residents you have. There are so many things that affect your credit, but we have all the letters, we have all these statements that are needed in order to remove certain things, keep other things, and we must be strategic. This is a neurosurgeon's work. We must be strategic in ensuring that we don't eliminate the wrong things, that we keep the right things, that we then, based on your goals, add what is necessary in order to increase your credit score. You see, this program is designed specifically for you. It's designed with you in mind. And with that, I want to give you guys a quick breakdown of how this program works, because it's vital for your understanding. You see, the first thing that we do is that we are going to send you documentation for you to complete. One has a video alongside of it so that we can get an idea of the person that you are and the goals that you have for your life. Because without knowing those goals, then we can't put you on the right path, and you must be put on the right path for your goals, for your happiness, for your desires. So first we do a review of you, then a review of your credit report to determine what avenues of approach, what attack methods are we going to use in order to raise your credit score by eliminating negative things on your credit score, and then by also seeing what we need to add to your credit score in order for your credit score to rise and make you credit worthy for whatever those goals that you have for yourself and for the next generation that you're planning for that generational wealth. As we understand that, we will then have our coaching session with you every month, one session, video chat, and then loads of email homework, not only for you, but we will do the heavy lifting of ensuring that the correct statements and letters go out. And then for those things that only you can do, we will guide you and instruct you on how to do them, when to do them, but we will also be your accountability partner to ensure that you get it done in a timely manner, because guess what? The next 50 years of your life should be glorious. The average person is going to live an additional 50 years to whatever you are right now. We want to make sure that you live a glorious 50 years. So we want to take this opportunity to help you to grow and develop it. And then as we get your budgeting in line, we teach you our 70-10-10-10 plan. And as you utilize this plan, it keeps you from ever being in a position to regress back into a negative credit state. You don't want to go into a positive credit state and then regress back. So our 70-10-10-10 plan is going to allow for you to be able to maintain when trouble comes, when the storm comes, you'll be in a position to weather the storm, not be in that position where your boat gets rocked and tipped upside down and now you're drowning because your lifeboat wasn't there. We're going to show you how to navigate the storm. And once you're in a position where you're utilizing our system to navigate that storm, and we'll send you all the documentations that you need. And then based on your goals, we will help you to develop your investments. Whether those investments are in real estate, whether you're buying rental property, tax liens, house flipping, whether it's investing in new up and coming businesses or getting into mutual fund stocks and bonds, depending upon where you are is how we will help direct you in your investment. Depending upon your goals is how we will help direct you in your investments so that you are generating income. You see, the misunderstanding that most people have is that you want to have 401ks and stocks, bonds and mutual funds. But the average person is not able nor equipped to put enough funds into those programs that it generates income that keeps pace with inflation as the years go by. And here's the thing, back to what I said in the beginning, the dollar is being shorted over the next 5 to 10 years. And if the dollar is short, then your 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 in your 401k that you'll have in the next 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years is not going to have the same buying power that it has today. And if it's not keeping up with inflation, you'll find yourself depleting your funds, and you'll find yourself having to go and stand and greet people as they enter Walmart. That is not what you want in your senior years. So what we're going to teach you and show you and guide you into is creating investments, income flowing investments that keeps pace with and go beyond inflation. Now, I want to go ahead and be clear to say this is not a network marketing company nor an MLM. This is purely Coach Renz providing you with financial information, providing you with a system that has been developed over the years to ensure that you do not end up like the 85% of people who will be broke. But we want to get you into the group that is living their senior years however they choose to, wherever they choose to, doing whatever they choose to do, because that is what your life is for. And the last thing that we're going to teach you is how to protect yourself. Asset protection is vital. We're in one of the most litigious countries in the world. And that being said, understand that any action that you do, you are subjecting yourself to some other greedy person's ideas of suing you. Whether you're in a car wreck, whether you say the wrong thing to a person, whether you park incorrectly, accidentally do anything, whether you have a company and that company has an issue with a product or a service, everybody wants to sue you. We're going to teach you how to protect your assets. As you develop and grow your finances, we're going to put those in the right formats, in the right organization. We're going to organize it correctly so that you are protected, so that if somebody comes after you, that you will be protected in such a way that you do not lose your possessions, nor your finances, nor your investments. Asset protection is one of the most vital things that you will need in the coming years, and we will help you to set those up correctly. One of the biggest issues with many people who set up asset protection, they don't do it correctly. They don't do it correctly, and we're going to teach you how to do those things. So you may have many questions in the comments. You may have many thought processes on this. But what I want you guys to do is to be able to take care of yourself and your family and for generations. I want you to protect yourself, and I want you to have income that continues to flow. As the richest man in Babylon said, I want you to have a river of gold that continues to flow in your direction. You can have this, and it's not that difficult to do it. I just need you to be patient. I just need you to be forthwith and invest in yourself, because this investment is truly in yourself. The way our system works is that for right now, it is only a $99 first month investment. After that $99, you'll get the worksheets that you need to fill out, the video that you need to follow in order to get yourself prepared for that first coaching session. Once you get prepared for that first coaching session, then we'll go through our first coaching session. And then after that, you will do the work. We will do the work that we will do. You will do the work that we assign you. And every month for the next 8 months, we will continue to have coaching sessions, email sessions. We will continue to provide you with information heading you towards your goal, and be your accountability partner. Make sure that you're getting your tasks done, and make sure that credit score is going up properly. Every month it will be an invoice at $77 a month until 8 months is over, and then you'll have the option to renew. Now here's the thing. After a certain point, this will change. We don't know the point yet. So if it's already changed by the time you see this video, you'll have to do our new program. It'll be the same program, but the price point will change drastically. It will go from $99 a month, $99 for the first month, to $299 for the first month. It will go from $77 a month to $177 a month. As we develop and as we grow, we have to allow for growth. And that is why you need to do this now. That is why you need to contact us now. That is why you need to go to the link below of coachrenz.com/the-store and sign up today. It is vital for your investments in yourself and for every preceding generation thereafter. You are commanded to build generational wealth. What are you waiting for? It takes your actions. It takes you gaining the knowledge, understanding the knowledge, and implementing the action. We will guide you. We will coach you. We will lead you. We will get you to the position where you are feeling solvent and safe, where you're feeling comfortable and able to live the life that you desire, that you deserve to have. I want to thank you guys for being here. This has been your coach friend. Go ahead and sign up today. And remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable.